Right, commanders, here we go. My name's Kashna. I'm going to do a little tutorial on how to, well, get started in Elite Dangerous. So, what I would advise you to do if you picked up this game, and it is on a discount at the minute, well worth getting, I must say, do the training missions, basically. Get to know all the controls a little bit better, give you a little idea, because this game has such a steep learning curve. It is unbelievable. Right, let's just get straight into it then, shall we? So, hit start. I suggest when you first start out just playing in the solo play. That way you won't be blown up by other commanders that just feel like they want to destroy you for the fun of it, really. Okay, so I've set this all up basically how you would be when you first go into the game. So you're going to start in a place called Baker's Prospect. You will be in the very first ship that you get free with Horizons, which is a Sidewinder. So if you go over to outfitting, there she is, your beautiful box of a ship. Now, over here you see all these little bits here that you can muck around with. Now, first thing we want to do, you will not need weapons, because let's face it, at the beginning, this crappy little ship up against anything bigger, you're going to die. And you're going to die lots of times. So, just sell your lasers. You start off with 1,000 credits, so ignore what I've got there. So, when you sell these, you will get 6,435 credits per one. So you've already got yourself 14,000 credits. Your jump range, if you see down at the bottom of the screen, it says jump 7.56. max 8.54. Now what we're doing is we need to get you to be able to jump a lot further. So, utility mounts, there'll be nothing in there at the minute. Your core internals, basically, this is where we're going to play around. What you'll need to do to jump further is, first of all, you're going to want this thing, the frame shift drive, to be the best it can. Now, the 2A frame shift drive is 156,000. Now I could buy that now because I've got the money, but I'm going to play it as you would. You guys don't have the money, so we've managed to get ourselves, by selling those two lasers, around 13,000. So what we can afford is the 2D. So we will purchase that, exchange the old one. Now, we will start at the top. You want this power plant, you'll be able to afford that as well. And then the thrusters, you wouldn't be able to afford any of that at the moment with the money that you've just got. You would be able to afford that. So that is basically all we can do in the core internals with the money that you would have had. Now if you look at the bottom, your jump range again has now gone up to 9.7 and a max of 11.10, which is very, very good. Now optional internal, you've got yourself a cargo rack, you've got a basic discovery scanner, and you've got a shield generator. Now I believe in Horizons you do start with a planetary landing buggy kit as well. So to jump even further, what I would do is I would sell this shield. Although actually, take that back. When you first start out, keep the shield, because landing is going to be a bit tricky to start with, and you're going to need all the protection you can. So that's basically all we're going to do in here. So, right, now what we're going to do, if you push on your touchpad to the left, it will bring up the navigation panel. And down here you've got system map, galaxy map. We're going to want to go to the galaxy map. Now let me just adjust my map, because I've got loads of... Let's go realistic. This is what you'll see. Forget everything on the map that's highlighted, because that's all stuff I've done within the game. Now what you're going to do, you are here as Zealous Primus. We are going to need to find a place to go and do some missions to earn some money, because basically you want to earn some money to actually buy better ships and so on, depending on where you want to go in the game. Now if you see here, if I highlight on that, that's at the end here, it's 8.2 light years away, so we could jump to that. Now if you click on this, the system map, it will show you the system. Now there's not really a lot going on in there, but there is a station which does have, over here on the left you'll see, it does have a shipyard, crew lounge, missions. So I think we'll go here, Chango Dock. So you can plot your route. And we are going to launch our ship. So all you have to do, hit launch. Now when you first start, the game will actually take you through some procedures of how to launch the ship. You will do this in the tutorial as well. But basically, you just, if you're using a control pad, you will just push up. So you will climb, hold, push circle and down at the same time, releases your landing gear, aim up, hold down the throttle, and off you go. Now down in the bottom right you'll see it says mass locked, so we are locked to the planet, so we can't actually go into Super Cruise yet. There you go. The mass lock is off. We can now press triangle. Frame shift drive starts to charge. And we will head off towards our first destination.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Break. Every time you come out of Super Cruise, you'll be at the star. Now you do not want to actually go into these, because you will burn up and overheat and die. But push left on your touchpad again, and you'll bring up the navigation panel. And as you can see, where we want to go is Chango Dock. So we'll just click on that, lock destination. You will see down just in the middle of the screen you've got a radar, and beside it to the left you've got a little compass with a little sort of white dot in it. If the dot stays full, you're heading in the right direction. If it becomes hollow, the object you want to go to is behind you. Also to the left of that you will see Chango Dock is actually one of those hexagon bases. And what we're going to do is fly up to that and land in it. Now, while you're in Super Cruise going towards Chango Dock, you'll see that it has the light settings at the top, how far away it is. and the time that it takes to get there. Now, you will find the sweet spot to slow down because you can overshoot when trying to come up to targets that you want to land at. Excuse me. So I get to about 18 seconds and I start to slow it down, just gently easing off, because over on the left, if you see, you'll see Chango Dock, distance, speed, alignment. Now you want to slow down enough so that you get two little markers and they will land in the blue areas. So you slow right down, you'll see the markers come onto the screen on the left. The first one's there. There we go, slowing down. There we go. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but here's the second marker now on the speed. So you see. Now what happens is you'll slow right down. When the two markers are in the blue areas, it will then, a message will hit the screen saying safe to disengage. So I usually find that around 8 seconds is the sweet spot where you'll be able to safely disengage from Super Cruise, but here we go. Let's see. Just aim towards the area you're going. We're coming up to it now. We just want the distance to drop into the blue area, the marker to get into that blue area. Excuse me. Seven seconds. So when it goes under 1,000 mm, usually that's another time. There we go. So you just press triangle and it's safe to disengage. Right. Now the next challenge you face is you want to find how to land inside this. Now, basically you've got to get within 7.5 kilometers. So you'll see it's just coming up to that now. There we go. So, you want to push left on your touchpad into your navigation bar, R1 twice to contacts, Chango Dock, request docking. Now you have to do this to every single station that you go up to. So, we're quite lucky that the opening of the station is right in front of us. Sometimes it's not. If you want to find where it is, if you see the hexagon on the radar, you'll see little arrows. It will show you which direction to go to line it up. And then you'll see the slot, or we call it the envelope. And this is where you fly into the station. So you just gotta gently get yourself lined up. Look out for other ships though, because you will crash into them. So, right. Now a little tip when you first start off, put your landing gear out first. Because otherwise, when you get inside, you may hit the circle button by mistake, boost and crash.
Landing gear deployed. Scan detected.
Now the station will scan you. Make sure you're okay. So here we go. We've got to go to landing pad 27. is. Landing pad 27 is over there. So all you have to do is fly up to it. Now I must admit, when I first played this game, it took me about half an hour, if not more, to work out how to actually land. It was very frustrating. So a little tip is to just fly nice and slowly towards it. Slow right down. And just get your nose up. Drop down. That's it. Almost come to a standstill. Now you'll see the crosshairs on the map below on the radar. All you have to do is just aim these up. And once you've got that blue, down we go. Nice and gentle. You've landed. So, enter the Starport services, and this is where the fun all begins. So, just refuel so you've got enough fuel. Now, what we need to do is do some missions just to earn some money. So, over here we'll go to the mission board. And you'll see available missions. So source and return 578 units of personal weapons. Now you don't want to do that at the minute because you haven't got the cargo space. What you are actually looking for is any missions that will allow you to deliver data. So here we go. This one is data. Will give you 26,199 credits. So you just hit on it and accept. Let me just see if there's any more. Data delivery, internal report delivery, another 26,000. You just take that. None in there. Last one. So we could do 2 missions there. So what you want to do, excuse me, is now look at your transactions and you will see your 2 missions will be as contracts. So what we'll do is click on the first one, go to Open Galaxy Map. It will show you there in orange the mission that we're going to, and that is in Akuholt. So plot route, and we'll just simply fly there. Same again, hit launch. Push up. So you're above the station. Sort of aim yourself so you're facing the envelope. Press circle and down to remove the landing gear. Look out for oncoming ships. Wait for that one to go. And then all we've got to do is fly out of the station. Once you get safe distance, what I tend to do is just press circle. It gives you a little boost. Aim up at the target we're flying to. Once the mass locked is gone, we can then hit triangle.
Frameshift drive charging.
Frameshift drive charges again, and we're on our way. Now, as you can see, the crosshair on our little compass, the white dot is above. Now we want to fly under this star, because you will overheat if you get too close to them. And then there it is. So we've just gone past it, you'll see it go past. Hit triangle again, off we go. Sorry about that, my phone went off. Okay, so we're now at the destination. So if you have a look at your navigation panel, you will see here that where we want to go is Payton Terminal. Now there's an orange circle, which is the mission. So just click on it, lock destination, follow your compass, just fly up this, we will land, and then we will have our mission to hand in, and we'll be paid for the mission, and then we'll go to the next one. You just have to slow down. Around 8 seconds is usually the sweet spot. There we go. Now it does look like this place we're landing is actually on a planet rather than a space station. So similar way really to get to it and to land. All you've got to do, as you can see on the distance, there isn't a blue bar to put your marker into. So you just sort of aim towards the planet, like so. Slow down to your speed. It's nice and manageable. And as you get closer to the planet, you slow it down. Try and get your marker in the blue if you can. Now what will happen, you see that blue circle that just appeared around the planet? That means you'll be flying into the orbit of the planet once you enter that circle. So what I tend to do is fly upside down till I get to about 1000 mm. Then I just spin my ship round, slow it down, aim towards the target. You just go nice and slow. As you go in, you see that the planet gets closer and closer. Any minute now we will drop into what's called glide. You glide towards your target. There we go, we'll drop out of orbital. And glide. Now I'm going in pretty steep actually, but all you have to do is just lift your nose up like so. There we go, and you'll drop out of glide. Now same principle, find your target, fly towards it, and hit circle to boost if you want, just to give yourself a little extra momentum. Same principle, get within 7.5 kilometers. So you can see over on the right, I can see that it's going down. When you get to 7.5 kilometers, you can then request docking. Now, there you go. So proceed to landing pad 5. So I'll just go down, fly nice and gently down. Make sure not to crash into the ground. I'll put my landing gear up now just to slow the ship down. And I will be looking
Landing gear deployed.
for pad number 5. Now you'll see 2 pads lit up over there. One of those will be our pad. It looks like it could be that one over there in the distance. No, that's got a ship landing on it. There we go, so slow down. You just fly towards it. So once again, you just put in your crosshairs. Once you get them level, it'll go blue. Keep your nose up, drop down gently. You made it. Enter the starport services.
Landing successful. Ship is locked down.
Go to your mission board. Over here you'll see that the Silver Clan has got the mission that we want to complete. Now you get a choice these days of what you want to do. Now obviously we want money at the start because you're broke and you need money. So click that one. It's another 26,000 you've just claimed. Also gives you some reputation. The better the reputation and the better you get with different clans and factions, the higher rate of money you get from the missions. So, but for starters, you just want to basically fly around and complete these missions. Now, we've got another mission to go to. So you go up into your transactions, open Galaxy Map. There we go, so Tillin, so we just plot route, exactly the same process again. We're going to launch.